And now we can talk about what I think is the most significant aspect of the Afrofuturism topic, the Black Comic Book Festival. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because I'm an avid fan of Comic-Con, but it's really fascinating to think about the breadth of the Black Comic Book Festival and what it could entail for people who are looking for comics to really diversify into the Afrofuturism realm. It was held this year, and it was the 5th annual. It was founded in 2012 by Deirdre Hallman and Jerry Kraft. It's actually at the Schoenberg Center, and it's in Harlem, New York, which I think is pretty cool. That in Harlem you can have something that's such a fountain of culture on the cutting edge. It's just great. There's a comparison to Comic-Con and how it's this big mainstream, everyone's into comics, the nerd culture is getting so big and huge, but there's still this lack of Black comics being represented. And so I think it's awesome that we have Black Comic Book Festival that's sort of it's addressing those needs and creating something new. There's a reading that we had, it's from the Huffington Post, and talks a lot about, it talks exclusively about the Comic Book Festival. One of the quotes that we have in the article, it says, "Black Comic Book Festival is necessary because we need to be able to unlock the inner hero within us. I work with students and children, and I ask them who are their heroes, and they need to be able to reflect upon someone who looks like them. And that was the whole part of this movement, about controlling our image because everyone is telling our story but us." And then we have another one later on that talks about sort of the same thing. It says, this is from Eric Battle, it says, "There's a huge difference, and the main difference the audience here is looking for," he's talking about the difference between Comic-Con and the Black Comic Book Festival. He says, "The main difference is that the audience here is looking for imagery and products that focuses on faces like ours. This is the audience we're looking for, and they are looking for us." And I think that is just so amazing because we've seen Marvel move in progressive tendencies with its comics, but it's just very important to know that there is always somewhere you can look that has local grassroots people starting in, maybe not in Hollywood or in big companies, people who are making that representation that you're searching for. And it's just awesome that there's a venue for people to share that and to create that. There's stories about kids, just families wandering around and kids looking at comic books "Oh my gosh, it looks so exciting, it's so neat. Do I want to read that or do I want to read this? I don't have enough time." And it's just awesome to think about that invigoration of community and culture. Thanks.